I am here with the wonderful, amazing WowKatherine. Kat, how are you doing today?
Good. I did not think I was even going to make round one because I was putting my eyelashes on, but I made it, so.
What brings you to the 2025 Pokémon World Championships?
Oh, I've just never been to Worlds before. I just started playing VG competitively like 2 years ago, and Worlds was in Japan, and I was like, I'm broke. And then Worlds was in Hawaii, and I was like, I'm still broke. So when it was in America, I was like, I can afford that flight, so that's why I'm here, yeah.
Who or what has been the biggest source of inspiration in your journey with Pokemon?
Ooh, inspiration. Okay, everybody's gonna say Wolf Glick, but I mean, I did find about competitive Pokemon like in 2009, just like on my laptop as a child. But during the pandemic, well, okay, technically I was watching Austin John plays because I was trying to complete the Pokedex for Sword and Shield. And then a Wolfie video came up in the recommended, and I clicked on it, and he was like doing a tier list, and he was mispronouncing all the Pokemon, and I was like, am I having a stroke? And he was like, Genjar, and I was like, who is this guy? And he talked really fast. That's the era of Wolfie that he talked really fast and was obviously still good at Pokemon. But then I remember the VGC existed, and I was like, oh, I did that in 2009 once. So I guess YouTube.
I mean, that works. Yeah, there's plenty of amazing content creators out there. Have you faced any unexpected challenges while playing VG competitively?
I was like, I played Cybertron once round one in Texas. That was unexpected. I was like, man.
I think that's an unexpected challenge.
It was, yeah. But that was fun. That was cool. That was really cool, actually. I was like, I watch you on YouTube. Unexpected challenges. Well, okay. So in VG, I mean, there's like 15 girls. No, okay. There's probably more of us. But it's the ratio of guy to girl is crazy skewed. Obviously, there's like mostly guys that play. So, and it's bad to be like, well, they're not as overtly sexist as I expected, but I'm like, it's still there. So that's, I guess, a challenge, specifically being a girl in Pokemon.
And if you could go back in time and tell young Kat one thing about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
Oh my God, don't try to be cool in high school. Just keep playing Pokemon. Oh my gosh, I took a break between Gen 5 and Gen 7, and I came back in Gen 8, and then now I'm super into Pokemon. I don't know. In high school, everybody's like, oh, everybody's gonna think I'm a nerd. But now I'm like 30 and I play Pokemon, and all my cousins and stuff that are like really normal are like, wow, you're flying to. I think it's because they like traveling. They're like, oh, wow, you're going to California. Oh, wow, you're going to like Texas. Oh, that's so cool. And I'm like, you guys think competitive Pokemon is cool? And they're like, yeah, that's cool that you do that stuff. I'm like, so many people are like way more accepting than I thought, I guess. So yeah, just don't take a hiatus from Pokemon. Because, dude, if I was playing VGC in like 2009, I'm like, I could be so goated right now. But I'm just regular right now, so.
That's so amazing. Well, I do have to shout out that Kat just kicked my butt in the Pocket Open, which is how we met for the first time, even though we've been following each other for a while. So
I recognized the name. I was like, wait, I know you're from Twitter.
So everyone go follow her. She's amazing. All right, thank you so much. I am here with the beautiful Cali White. Cali White, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. We didn't make day 2 at Worlds, but we're chilling.
So that leads into my next question. What brings you to the 2025 Pokémon World Championships?
Well, I qualified, so I'm here to compete. I lost my winning into day 2, so yeah.
Well, that's awesome. The fact that you got here is amazing, so congratulations, and unfortunate on that. Was there anything that inspired you when you were first starting to play the Pokemon TCG competitively?
I mean, I just don't like losing, so I just kind of like, whenever I would lose, I would just like think about what I did wrong and just try to improve on that.
That's a really good motivation, so I feel that. What is the most out-of-pocket, silliest deck you've ever brought to a major?
Major, I guess. Either Lost Zone at UIC or like Arceus, Beedrill, Zapdos, like Medicham. It was like an Arceus Beedrill deck with a fighting package.
That works. Okay, last question. If you could say anything to a younger version of Cali when about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
I guess just take it one game at a time. I don't know.
Well, thank you so much, and go follow Cali. She's an amazing player. I am here with the beautiful Michele Lesage. Michele, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Well, what brings you to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
I am here to support my husband, Zach Lesage. He played yesterday. Didn't do so great, but that's okay. He got here. And, just exploring and doing Disney on Monday and, California stuff.
That's so fun. We'll also be at Disney on Monday, so we'll have to say hi. What is the funniest, silliest thing that's ever happened to you at a Pokemon major?
Oh my god. Okay. Funniest, silliest thing. It was actually this weekend. I actually met like a celebrity here, and I was a little starstruck. We were actually at the Pokemon Center, and I met the guy who plays Mayor Randolph in Ginny in Georgia. Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
I know. And I was like a little starstruck, and I was like so awkward about it. And I was like, "God, do you want to take a picture?" And you know, it's one of the silliest things that's happened to me here. Yeah.
No, that's really fun. All right, well, what would you say to a younger version of Michelle about your journey with Pokemon?
Don't be afraid to like talk about it. It was definitely like a little bit on the nerdier side, and it was definitely the nerdiest thing that I've ever started doing. And I was like a little ashamed about it, and I didn't go all in like I probably should have. The first regional I did, I was like so shy and not talking to a lot of people, and I probably should have used that as like a networking opportunity. Talk to people, because believe it or not, like people like hearing about your stories and they relate to you. And I know back then I was like one of the very few girls that was playing. I probably could have counted like on one hand the amount of players, like female players, like I saw in Masters, TCG. So maybe just like talking to them more too, hearing their experiences and just like relating to people. Yeah.
Now, band together, that's definitely something.
Yes, definitely.
Well, check out Michele Lesage online. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
I am here with the beautiful Cece crezzelia online. Cece, how are you doing today?
I'm so good and so tired.
Honestly, so valid. It has been a long weekend here. So what brings you to the 2025 Pokémon World Championships?
I'm here to celebrate everybody's wins and to see my friends. I haven't seen them in like a year. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. So
Very true. Who might have inspired you when you first started cosplaying?
when I first started cosplaying, at first I think when I first started playing and going to events, it was like 2021 maybe, and cosplaying wasn't very popular at the time, so I was kind of like shy to even cosplay. And I think Boots, it's Boots. I don't know if you know her, but she is so good at making cosplays, and I saw her on Instagram. And I think during Worlds Japan, was that 2023, that's when I was really inspired to like start dressing up and yeah, just enjoy the culture. Cause like, sure you can be shy, but people love it when you cosplay, and it's really fun. You get to interact more with other fans, and I think that's why I love cosplay.
That's so sweet. I love that so much. What would you tell a younger Cece about your journey with Pokemon?
Oh my gosh, I think my younger self would never expect me to be doing this. Because I've always loved Pokemon, but not to like this level where I'm like going to events all the time, card playing. So I think I would just say, surprise, look for it in the future. Look forward to the future for sure.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I am here at the side events area with the beautiful Faith. Faith, how are you doing?
I'm good today. How are you, Emmy?
I'm great. It's so nice to finally see you. I know we've been like passing each other by, but what are you doing at the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
I am spectating. I've done a lot within like the last 5 days. Yes, I said 5 days. First day, Pokemon Center, obviously. And then after that, it was just playing with friends, doing the side events, grinding these side events, playing Pokemon Unite. It's the only place I can. It's been fun. It's been fun.
That's amazing. What is the favorite cosplay you have seen this weekend?
Acerola. I saw an Acerola on like day 3. And I mean, I love Mimikyu, so it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, that is a beautiful life-size Mimikyu. Well, if you could go back in time and tell a younger Faith anything about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
I wish I could tell her to, I guess, bother my parents a little bit more about playing Pokemon, because I found out that there was a huge scene in like juniors and seniors, and I could have been playing more Pokemon. I only started playing Pokemon maybe like 4 years ago, And it would have been nice to have that community, but I found it now, which is good enough for me. But I want her to play more Pokemon. Yeah.
That's so sweet. Well, everyone go check out Faith online. She's also dressed as a Hex Maniac with her Mimikyu today. I love it. I love it. I'm here with the gorgeous Lexi. Lexi, how are you doing?
Fantastic.
That's so great. Well, what brings you to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
You know, I'm just here spectating, but most of all, supporting the girlies, as always.
That's amazing. Well, what is the funniest deck you've ever played at a regional?
At a regional, actually, well, the best I can do is nationals. I played Plasma Weavile with eggs and Lopunny. So you'd like pick up the Lopunny into your hand and then grind it up with the Plasma Weavile. It was so fun. Nobody expected it. And I actually did pretty well. Well, 3-3-3. Even. We broke even. That's all that matters.
That's so great. Well, if you could go back in time and tell younger Lexi anything about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
I think that I would tell her to focus on the video game a little bit more, because there are so many Pokemon that I don't know as a TCG player, and it's really embarrassing.
That's okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks, Emmy.
I am here with the wonderful OatmilkGirlie. How are you doing?
Hey, so good.
That's so fantastic. Well, what brings you to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
I am here to spectate my very first Worlds, having a little vacation, little girls trip, so super excited.
That's amazing. Well, what inspired you to first try playing the Pokemon TCG?
My friends actually bullied me into the TCG. We were gonna go to Charlotte Regionals for our spring break. They invited me, and I was like, well, I don't have any cards, so I'll bring my Switch. Like, I can do VG. Our one VG friend bailed. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, I'm gonna be on the other side of this convention center floor on a different schedule. I was like, this is gonna be so awkward. And they're like, we can just give you a deck and teach you. So that's how they got me into this.
That's so fun. Well, if you could go back in time and tell a younger version of yourself something about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell them?
I would say, do not buy that booster box. You're never coming back from it. Ruined my life.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
So great to see you. Obsessed.
I am here with the beautiful CJ. CJ, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's so great. Well, what brings you to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
I'm spectating my first World Championship tournament. I'm having a blast.
That's so great. Well, what is the funniest thing that's happened to you as a Pokemon professor?
I think when one of the players was crying, and the other player who only spoke Spanish asked, why is he crying? And I had to talk her through that other people have emotions. And she was like, can you get him to stop?
Oh my gosh, kids are so funny. Well, if you could go back in time and tell a younger version of CJ something about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
I'd probably tell her to start training earlier. You'd probably be a lot better than you are now.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
I'm here with the beautiful Nicole. Nicole, how are you doing?
So good. How are you?
I'm great. What brings you to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
I'm obsessed with Pokemon. I can never stop. It is my 11th Worlds, actually, so I am just spectating, just here for fun, just here to cheer on friends, and just have a good time.
That's so great. Well, what was the funniest thing that's happened to you this weekend?
Funniest thing. Oh, wow. Honestly, I was in line for the Pokemon Center store, actually, and I saw someone coming towards me. We were in opposite ways, and they were, like, staring at me. I was kind of staring at them, like, I know you. And I was like, I know you. And we, like, had that moment of, like, connection, and immediately, like, the masses took us apart. I'm like, oh, no, this was so, like, I felt so bad because I was like, oh, my gosh, yes, hi, and then dipped. And it was, but we met up later. It was really cute. But at that moment, I was like, oh, no, I probably seemed so awkward to read. I'm like, hey, you, bye.
No, I'm sure it was totally fine. But if you could go back in time and tell younger Nicole something about your journey with Pokemon, what would you say?
Honestly, keep at it. There was definitely times I like quit Pokemon, came back sort of thing, and I have met my best friend through Pokemon. She met her fiance. I've met the love of my life. I've met all my best friends. Like, I've traveled to Japan, Australia, Europe, all just because of Pokemon. It is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Definitely just like, keep going. You're going to be proud of yourself. Never stop.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm here with the beautiful Anya. Anya, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's so nice to meet you. Well, what brings you to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
Honestly, it was a fluke because I wanted like tickets like originally before, but like they sold out. And then my boyfriend was just like, babe, they opened up registration for Sunday, and I'm like, we're going. So here we are.
I'm so glad you made it in. Well, what has been the most fun thing that's been so far today?
Honestly, spending time with the boyfriend, finding pins, looking for pins. Like, we're trying to get all of them. I love like side quests like that. And then now I'm gonna go try to spend some money and buy some stuff.
That's so fun. Well, if you could go back in time and tell younger Anya something about Pokemon, what would you tell her?
It's going to be something that's going to be part of your life forever. And I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and so when it came out for the first time, I didn't know what it was. It was my brothers. They had like their Pokemon game, like Red and Blue. And now it's something that's like instilled in my life, and here I am now, like 20 years later, and still into Pokemon.
That's so great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
I am with the gorgeous Sophia. Sophia, hi, it's so nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you as well.
What brings you to the 2025 Pokémon World Championships?
So we came to do the cosplay showcase. We were in it on Friday, and we were also here just to experience all of Worlds.
What got you started with cosplay?
So I started doing cosplay a long time ago when I was a teenager, and then I took a break for college and work a little bit, and now I'm starting to get back into it, and it's just a lot of fun to build everything. It's really creative. It's a nice outlet.
That's so amazing. Well, if you could go back in time and tell a younger version of Sophia one thing about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
Don't take a break. Just keep going. You're going to love it forever, so just keep loving it.
That's so amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
I am here with the gorgeous Natalie Millar. Natalie, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Anaheim's been all right.
What brings you to the 2025 Pokémon World Championships?
I mean, competing.
Yeah, easy peasy, just a competitor. So what is the most memorable thing about this weekend so far?
I'd say, to be honest, it's just been hanging out with my friends on Saturday. That was just really fun. It was great. We had a lot of D&Ms, so that was quite nice.
That's great. Well, if you could go back in time and tell a younger version of Natalie one thing about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
It's going to be really tough. You're going to experience a lot of disappointment. You're going to leave the vast majority of tournaments thinking, wow, I'm so terrible at this. So, I don't know. The times you do well, it's worth it, though. It's like, what's the point in doing well if this game is easy?
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Go follow her. She's an amazing competitor.
Thank you.
I am here with the beautiful Shena. Shena, how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. I was really glad to meet up with you, and glad we're all here today.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad we finally got to meet as well. So what brings you to the 2025 Pokémon World Championships?
So I'm just here spectating, watching all that I can, kind of doing all the side events that aren't filled up and everything like that, and just trying to soak it all in and maybe think that maybe I can compete here someday.
Yes, I believe that you can. So what is the funniest thing that's happened to you this weekend?
Oh, the funniest thing that's happened is the Poke Center was so packed on the first day. There was literally just a snake line around a snake line. And I don't know why nobody was apologizing. There were manners nowhere in sight. But this little bitty tiny French kid bumped into me hard and just went, "Excuse me," in that exact tone and words. And I was like, of course. And that just stuck with me all week. It was great.
That's hilarious. Well, if you could go back in time and tell a younger version of yourself anything about your journey with Pokemon, what would you tell her?
I would tell her not to give up. I know that when I was younger, our league shut down, but if I would have known there were tons of other leagues, it wasn't just like, oh, we happen to have people that play Pokemon in my town, that I think I would have loved to go to other towns and continue playing as a kid. So I think I would tell her, like, keep searching, keep looking. There's other places to play League and collect and travel, and just don't give up, honestly.
That's such good advice. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes, thank you. See everyone soon.
I am here with the beautiful Michele. Michele, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. I'm very excited about the championships. Just finished watching the Pokemon Unite. Congrats to Peru! Yay!
That's so fun. So what brings you to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships?
Honestly, I've always been a very big fan of Pokemon, ever since I could remember, honestly. I was introduced to it at a very young age, watching the show with my cousins. So it's always been like a very nostalgic and sentimental, little hobby that I've had ever since.
What is the funniest thing that happened to you this weekend?
Oh, wow. This weekend, I think it would probably have to be at the Pokemon Center pop-up shop. There were a few things that I wanted, and I kind of didn't see them in the sections, and so I was like, wow, I really wish I had the Jigglypuff plushie. And then all of a sudden, it out of nowhere appeared, and I'm like, what the heck? And it kind of kept happening, especially with this jersey too. That's how I was able to come across it. So I'm like, honestly, it felt like I was just manifesting all of it. So it's honestly a good time.
That's so great. I'm glad you're able to find it. So last question, what would you tell to a younger version of Michele about your journey with Pokemon?
Don't let anyone influence the way that you think, the way that you really participate in hobbies. I kind of felt like for a very long time Pokemon wasn't really seen as cool. So I think honestly between Gen 4 and 5, I kind of like fell off it because my friends weren't playing anymore. But on the down low, I still kept playing, and that never went away, the hobby, the interest. And it's kind of why I'm here today. I'm an adult now and I have money. So I'm like, of course I'm going to go to Worlds, It was such a good time.
I'm so glad you joined us here at the World Championships. Thank you so much for taking the time to let me interview you.
Yes, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you.
I'm here with the gorgeous Jillian. Jillian, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. I am so exhausted, but it's been a great time.
That's so great. So what brings you to the 2025 Pokémon World Championships?
I just really wanted to see, I've never been to a World Championships before, so this is the first time I get to see everything, and I'm here to also watch TCG, so yeah, I'm glad it's here in Cali because I'm a Cali local, so it's good to find a Worlds that's a little more accessible for me, I guess.
What is the funniest, silliest deck you've ever played at an event?
At an event? I think there was one time, because Tinkaton's one of my favorite Pokemon, I decided to bring Tinkaton to a locals, got absolutely swept. But it's one of those rogue decks I'll just take whenever I'm kind of just tired of playing meta. So love Tinkaton.
If you could say something to a younger Jillian about your journey with Pokemon, what would you say to her?
Oh my goodness! I remember younger Jillian really wanted to come to Worlds, and I'm really glad. I'm gonna tell her you'll do it eventually, I guess. But something I've told my friends when I was at this event. I'm like, my younger self would have been freaking out now because I remember begging my mom when I was younger, please take me to the World Championships, please, 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 I don't even have to compete. And now I'm here, so just keep dreaming, you'll get there, and yeah.
That's amazing. Well, please go follow Jillian. She's a serious competitor and a wonderful human. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me.